Alright, witches, wizards, pixies, fairies, elves, gelflings, mermaids, insomniacs, and all mythical creatures. So, is it to be known that a lot of people with ADHD also can get insomnia? Now, I've had insomnia all my life as a child, teen, growing up and all that, but I didn't realise that it could potentially, and is probably connected to ADHD, neurodiversity, stuff like that. But I go through phases sometimes where I get it so bad it can become psychedelic. And recently I've had astral travel. Jesus Christ, I've got cramp. That's another thing, cramp. Get that all the time too. But I've astral travel. We're going to try these, by the way. Sort of antipasties from Lidl. Oh, and a croissant from Lidl. So that's what these are looking like. These are antipasti sharing platter. Sharing with who? Me and all mythical creatures, exactly. Me and my imaginary friends. And these cigarettes here, they've got different ones. I think it's like chorizo, some sort of serrano ham, and the other one. So we'll crack them open and give them a try. I've had them before. It's like girl dinner and boy dinner, basically. But I do these sort of lucid dreams and astral projection. But recently I was in astral projected in Native America, and I was in like a tent, and flutes were playing, the drums were playing, and I was literally being like healed by Native Americans, and it was amazing, and it felt so real. And I can't deep dive into it now because I'm deep diving into the antipasti. But yeah, it's so interesting because before I've astral projected as a mermaid, but like with like sort of tentacles for hair which are telepathic, and I don't look like a picture book mermaid. I look like an alien, like with scales and like sort of octopus, like sort of tentacle squid kind of hair, almost like cross between dreadlocks and tentacles, and it's all like telepathic communication. I fit in. This is why I'm a mythical creature, because I fit in better in the mermaid world, the fairy world, the pixie world, the alien world, and all these other worlds, like that aren't like human. I don't feel like I'll be fully human, because I don't fit in. Like I literally don't. I don't have any friends. I don't trust humans at all. Yeah, so I'm the ultimate mythical creature because I have these mad like lucid dreams and astral projections, but I wind up in completely different dimensions, wind up in completely different like realities, wind up as like some other like mythical creatures, and I have a better time. There's like a much better like understanding, like with intimacy and communication, and just like being able to be yourself without having to mask, and just being like myself and like neurodivergent. Does that make sense? Rather than feeling like other people are masking around you like neurotypicals and narcissists to put on a bullshit Truman Show Meryl, what she calls, like Truman's wife, where she puts on a facade because they're all acting around Truman, and they want him to feed into this facade false reality. But then when he clocks on and starts calling them out and acting crazy, so he's not actually crazy, he's actually waking up and realizing what's happening, and then they're trying to like fix it and getting the other actors to help and he's trying to call out his wife, the Truman Show wife, Meryl I think she's called, or something like that, or Marjorie, or whatever her name is in the show, and she's still trying to put on this grin. I feel like that's how neurotypicals act. It's almost like they want to believe the delusion and the facade, and the narcissists who are like watching the show from above the dome, the main like narcissist, the creator of the show, and then all these other actors are almost believing into the delusion of the show, and all the products like they're peddling with like a big like uncanny valley grin on their face, just for like to put on for surface what you can see on the surface, or what you can show for, what you can peddle. And they're trying to get like Truman or the neurodivergents to believe that and to continue playing within the mask, and it's not possible to do that. So I don't belong to this world, I belong in the mythical creature world. Anyway, let's dive in. So that's like pesto. Let's try a little breadstick. Let's hope it's not too dangerous. Give that a little mix. Sniff, sniff, whiff, whiff. Yum, yum. Let's see if it really is yummy. Very crunchy. Tomato. But the other night I was in like a big tent, and then there was a fire outside and flutes playing, Native American flutes, which are beautiful, and the drums, and some woman was there and other people, and she was literally feeling me, and they were. It was amazing. I need to get down there. And olive are nice. Let's try this shriveled up little sausage. This little tiny little squished up, I need a magnifying glass to see it, sausage. It's alright. Chewy. Let's try the cheese. I always love the cheese. That's alright. The breadsticks aren't great. Everything else is alright. But let's try the cigarettes now. I just need to be in nature, by the ocean, on the beach, in the woodlands, in the forest, foraging berries, being a mythical creature, pixie, fairy, elf, mermaid, and then like sort of shape shift into those. Because once I astral projected into the pyramids, it's all about shape shifting. And the pyramids and my astral projections, lucid dreams, a lot of them were like either fully underwater or partially underwater. So let's have a look at these cigarettes. Give them a whirl in as well. They've got cheese, and then I'm addicted to these meat cheese cigarettes. They're dangerous. I love the cheese that they use in these. The cheese that they use in these. Two cigarettes, one more, just for a hat trick. Nice. Let's give it a dip in the pesto. Yeah, the mermaids No, the pyramids. And it was like, that was telepathic. And the tunnels, you kind of glide, hover, fly, levitate, whatever it's called, through the tunnels, and you shapeshift into an eagle-like creature, a cat, goddess, a bird, whatever like you shapeshift, and it's all telepathic. Can't even explain it. That's alright, that is. And these are addictive, they're drugs, they're cigarettes. However, can't explain. With apple juice. So my mum got a puppy recently. It was very lively, very cute, Hatter pug. And my daughter got the cutest Fifi, the cutest little kitten ever. She is a fluff ball. She is a little diamond in the rough. She's a little sugar plum fairy mythical creature. I can't. And also the transaction was so weird. We went to the door of the people that were selling these kittens. Pardon. Knocked on the door. The man was like, well, no, first we knocked on the door, then he opened the side window, like the little hatch, a bit like the Munchkin in the Wizard of Oz that opens the little hatch door to the Emerald City. And he's like, what do you want? And he's like, no, the Wizard of Oz doesn't want to see anybody, or he's not available. That's what it was like. It was like a drug deal. So the man opened the door and we were like, we're here for the kittens. He goes, oh, okay. He eventually opens the door, opens it with all the wind gusting in everybody's face, because it was a cold, windy day. I should write a book. Anyway, and then this little tiny dot of a kitten, but really fluffy, is in his hand, and he's holding her like this, and he just passes, running out of storage. So he shoves the little tiny kitten in my hand, takes the money and just shuts the door in her face. It's like a drug deal. It was madness. And then we discovered, because we just took her to the vet, that she wasn't as old as they said she was. They said that she was 11 weeks, but the vet's saying 4 to 6 weeks. But she's fine and she's doing really well, and she's eating and drinking and playing. She's getting another checkup next week. But let's just try this donut. Not donut, croissant from Lidl. Real quick. Whoa. Look at that. Gosh. Oh my god, look at all the chocolate. Ready. Give it a break. Aim. Fine. Chocolate, you know. Yum yum. Scrambled. The chocolate part's nice. Decent, it's alright. It'll go down half decent with a cup of tea. However, never forget, chin up, frown on, and never let no bring you down.